Hi everybody, I'm Carmel-Lim Torres and I'm here to show you how to do simple paper cuts with regular materials. Over here on top is the materials we will use and we will need. So it says paper, scrap paper is best, so I'm using my old readings from university. You will need a pair of scissors, gunting, papel, and your smile, and just have fun. So here are some examples of some paper cuts. You can see that there's different versions. And they're really fun. Even behind me, I have my large scale paper cuts that I did with handmade paper that was exhibited in CCP. All right, shall we get started? So let's start with this one. This kind of paper cuts, I was inspired by hearts. Here's another one. I folded the paper just once. Here's a more simple one. I thought this one is also interesting. So you can have as many and little holes as possible. Here's my scrap paper. You may choose which side you want to fold and work on. It doesn't matter, it's all up to you. You're the artist. So I'm gonna fold it longwise, corner to corner, just once, boink. And then I'm just gonna use my scissors and I'm gonna cut a simple shape. Fold it in half, and we made sure that the fold is on that side and then the open side is this side. And then we open it up. What shape do you think will emerge? Huh, look at that. It's like a cello shape or a seed shape. So what do I do now? I fold it back again, and I'm gonna just cut out shapes again. So maybe I will do a heart, half a heart. Remember, this is called symmetrical balance. That when I cut out the half of a heart, I open and I get a whole heart. Isn't that cool? So I even keep these little pieces that I use. And then maybe I want to put a heart on the other side, maybe a bigger heart. So you also get to choose your size variations. So there's like patterns. Maybe now I want to have something here. So I have many options. I could cut from the outside, but since this is the cut side, it's going to be a different outcome. Right? Look, see, rather than being a whole piece because it's where the fold is, since it's not where the fold is, it's two separate pieces. And then when I open it up, ooh, sometimes I like to keep these little pieces and I make a collage with them later on, but I like this. What do you think? If you have a hole puncher like this is a ticket hole puncher. I love this because it makes perfect little circles.
Little dots, because it's folded in half, how many circles will we end up with? 3 on each side, 6.
So what can you do with this? You can actually hang this up and do a whole bunch, and you'll end up with a beautiful collection. Another thing you can do is, because it's already folded in half, is you can make a elegant card.
You ever received an elegant card? Your card, you stick it on.
It's glue stick. I prefer glue stick or paper paste.
And then you would align the crease with the card. So you stick both sides, of course. You would stick it. And then you would give them a card. You tell them it's a designer card. It says, "Dear Lola, I love you so very much. Love, Apple." Yeah? That's one option. All right? There's one.
I'm going to show you two more. So last time we did the orange one, we went like that, right? Now we're going to fold it like this. So it's going to be a short rectangle. Yeah. So if you remember, this one was folded long ways. This one is folded short ways. So can we do the same idea? Yeah, definitely. If you're not so sure about your shapes and you want to draw it out first, sure, why not, Chalk Nut? So you can
get a crayon, and you can be like, ooh, I want to do and we cut it out. So I have a 4-year-old kid, boy, and he likes to practice cutting a lot. So I'm going kind of fast, because I'm not 4, I'm 4. So I'm used to this, and I'm going quite fast. But when you do this on your own, you can go as fast or as slow as you like. Okay? So I have my funny shapes. What do you think's gonna happen?
Reminds me of like those fancy Baroque chairs. All right, so we fold it again. And we can cut it out. We can cut out as many little shapes or as many big shapes as you like. I really love the idea of this symmetry, that when you fold it and you cut once, you fold it and you see it twice in the middle. I love that relationship. And it makes me think about all the different shapes that we see around us that are symmetrical. I'm a little more challenged. I can start now folding here and then cutting out, making sure that I know where the edges are. I can cut out other shapes. So I folded it over, so I made a semi-seed shape. I opened it up, or a lemon shape. Now, when I open up the whole thing, I'll have one last one. Okay, are you ready? So, I have my scrap paper. You might know this, but do you see now, I folded it many more times. And this is now radial balance. You see how it all comes from the middle? So I did all these little shapes. I learned this in school, and they called them snowflakes, but I just liked them as patterns, and they remind me of tiles, Islamic tiles, rugs, carpets, our weaving. So there's a lot of connections that we see in our visual world with these. So let's get started. So these all 1, 2, 3 plus 1 is all from one piece of paper. Okay, so I have my scrap paper again. You might know how to do this already.
To make it into a square, I will get one corner like this, and then I will fold it to the other edge until this corner, you see this corner,
is nice and aligned into a nice triangle. Blink. And then I will cut away this extra long rectangle. So bam, no worries. I keep this to make my little cute ones later on. Okay, so what shape do I have now? I have a square. Okay, so I will fold it back again. And then remember, always stay, the folded side is your middle. And I fold it again. Fold it again. Nothing too fancy. And I fold it again. Folded middle is here. So you feel it. So you can see, like, do you see it's the folded middle? This one has the edges. We can cut those, but remember that is the outer edge, and this is the middle part. All right, shall we cut?
So I just like to go snip, snip, snip. And then here I have a lot of this folded space. I will just go big triangle. Careful, don't cut yourself. And here I have another big, but just lovely triangle. So if you want to go geometric, this is nice. You can also go geometric with the symmetrical shapes as well. Okay? But this one, I like going geometric with this one because the paper is a lot thicker, and so it's easier to go straight snips. Okay, are you ready?
So you see how if I put this next to the one I did earlier, they're not exactly the same, are they? So we're not machines, right? We're artists, we're human beings. So it's fun that even though I did something similar, they're not exactly the same. Fold it back up again the way I folded it, that way. And
if you want to try here on one edge, you want to do a geometric, curvilinear, an organic shape. So here I will do a
that's nice and easy. So you can do organic or geometric shapes on this, and you can hang them like that into a mobile. You could also play with the text if you have like, if you're using scrap paper or old sketches, that would look really cool. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna show you is the little ones. So cute. Okay, so from this little one, I just do the same exact thing that we did before, right? So I got the edge and I brought it to the other side, opposite side, until this corner is aligned. And then I fold it. And then I cut. So we open it up, you make a nice, cute square. And then shortcut, because I love shortcuts. You don't even have to fold the next one. You just patong, just put it on top, overlap it, place it on top. And then, boink. All right, I'll put these aside. I would not do them all together because that would be too thick and it would be not fun, and you might cut yourself and your scissors might get angry, and no fun. Do one at a time. Have fun with this.
So I don't know if you can hear my background. I'm doing this while there's that typhoon. My kid is sleeping. The windows are rattling, and I'm having fun just doing my paper cuts. All right, look at my middle. My middle
crease is kind of like, it's a little funny. No worries. You know why? I'm gonna cut it. So always, when you start cutting, always remember where is your middle. So
small triangle, and then another triangle. What shape do you think that's gonna create? I'm gonna do a triangle. So do you see how triangles are just a lot of wind today? So I hope everyone is safe. This is not a live video, so I imagine maybe when you're watching this, it's a nice sunny day. So I'm hoping you will have a great, safe day today, wherever you are, even though we haven't met yet. Alright, and last one. Ooh, it's little stripes. Alright? You can also curve them.
And this is the same idea. If you want to make a card, so I love cards, especially that Christmas is semi coming up. It's the Burr month. I love making cards. Remember, this is kind of big. It's nice paper. I can fold it one more time.
Okay, and so
we'll cut it here.
Now I have one card, two cards. Okay.
Maybe I can just stick it right there. Boing. And I'll be like, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, love ya. I'm gonna show you one last thing. It's called a rubbing. You might have done this before. I do this a lot. It's related to printmaking, you know, when you leave an imprint. Oh, it's so pretty. You see it? So this is just a plain old crayon I borrowed from my son. This in itself can be a card on its own. So I'm slightly obsessed with cards. Again, they don't have to become cards. They can just be your beautiful artwork that you hang up in your room. Look at that. Do one more. So do you see how this one has no more paper wrapping? So I can use the side. Shall we try one? So I'm thinking the rubbing will become a little more clear if you used this paper was a little thicker and this paper was a little thinner. So there's that relationship as well. So this one is rubbings. Aren't those lovely? So you could even make that. Okay, if you had plain white paper, you can make that into a card or an artwork. Again, this is with colored paper. It's not as obvious because this colored paper is just a touch thicker, but it's there. Imagine if you used like tissue paper, like Japanese paper. That would be cool too. What if you did these with Japanese paper? So do you see how the potential for you to explore and have fun, work with so many aspects of art, you know, balance, radial balance, symmetrical balance, positive, negative shape, rubbings, imprints, and of course, having fun using art as a means to keep us sane and safe at home in this funny time of COVID. So my name is Carmel. I hope you had so fun, and take care and God bless.